here in Georgetown, Penang, and Georgetown, Penang is renowned for being a massive foodie destination. So this video I'm just going to bring you all the amazing food that I'm going to be trying here in Penang. And Georgetown, Malaysia, it has a real mix of cultures. So we've got Indian, Chinese, Malay, there's Thai influence as well. So it's a massive melting pot of all kinds of cuisine, all kinds of food. And so this is my first stop in Malaysia, so I'm really excited to really get stuck into the food here. Georgetown is known for its food. It's one of the biggest foodie destinations in the world, apparently. And Georgetown, well, Penang Island itself has over 60 Michelin recommended eateries. So some are like street food stalls, some are restaurants. So yeah, I'm really excited to try some incredible food and try some really different stuff. So yeah, so first stop is these morning markets here, wet markets, and yeah, just have a look around and see what I can find. And I'll probably also bring you a little bit of street art as well, because that's another thing that Georgetown is famous for, is street art. So I'll throw some of that in there for you as well. First up is Nasi Lemak. This place, it's in a tiny little food court, and it's a little street food store, and it is Michelin recommended. So we've got a few options. So Nasi Lemak is nasi being rice. So the style is you get rice, and then you either have it with whatever topping you like. You can have fish, anchovies and egg, salted fish, squid, chicken or prawn on this one. So I think they're free ringgit each, which is pretty good. So I think I'm going to go for the anchovies and egg. Okay, this looks pretty exciting. So I've gone for the rice with anchovies and egg, and then it comes with the sambal on top as well. I think this is the most popular because I had to wait for them to make this, whereas they had all the other ones set up. And in Malaysia, you can pretty much eat with your hands with every meal, but always your right hand. Here we go. Wow. Straight up with the anchovies. Salty, so nice and warm. The sauce is a little bit spicy, but it's not over the top spicy. Wow, really full of flavour, tomatoey, curry kind of. Just gorgeous. I said that there wasn't much spice in that, but it's starting to come through. It's a gentle, progressive heat from that spicy sauce, that sambal on top. excited about this. This is I think, traditional Malay Indian. So this is the banana leaf dish. And this is a vegetarian version. So obviously we've got the white rice, we've got papadums, this is some kind of okra, another veggie dish, and maybe like a relish. And then alongside it, we've got 3 different curries to go as well. So this one's a dal, and then he said to finish with this one. So I have no idea what they are. So the idea is you just put them on the banana leaf and incorporate it with the rice with your hands, right hand, and yeah, and go for it. Please tell me if I'm doing this wrong, because I'm very much just learning on the job here. That's delicious. Nice and fresh. That's like a courgette, zucchini, depends on where you're from. And some more of the curry. Wow. That's awesome. Very sour, fresh. I love this style of eating, crispy papadums. And then once you're done, just wrap up your banana leaf. That's it, you're done. So this next piece of street art is actually inside the fire station here. Fully functioning fire station, and then inside kind of got this display area. It's got very cool artwork, and it's even got its own ladder, fire coming out. Okay, I'm down here at Sesame Street Food Court in Georgetown, and it's madness. So I come down for breakfast, and I always make the same mistake in that I come down here and I try and make sure that I'm hungry, and it's so overwhelming, the choices and just the amount of people here and the language barrier. Although in Malaysia they do speak a lot more English than what I'm used to from the other Southeast Asia countries. But I just get overwhelmed, and then I get angry. And that's pretty much where we're at today. There's so many stalls. It is a Sunday. It's about 11 o'clock, so we're kind of in that peak hour breakfast lunch time, and I'm probably come down to the busiest point of the week, to be fair. So it's very much an education on the go. I'm kind of trying to figure stuff out as I go along and learn. There's obviously a lot of Chinese, Malay, Indian, all different kinds. Stuff. So I'll just show you a few things. This stall looks amazing. Oh, look at this ginormous crab, fish, this tofu. I think this is kind of like what I'm used to doing, like the Thai style of eating, where you get a plate of rice and then you just obviously just add on whatever you want. And then I think they price it up at the end for you, which is quite dangerous for me because I will overeat and then end up with a massive bill. It looks like prawn, fried fish. Sorry, getting in people's way. Okay, let's move on. See what else we can find. It just smells incredible around here. I mean, there's so many different kinds of food going on. There's a massive queue for this one. Let's see what we've got. So this is char. I apologise for my pronunciation. Char kway teow is fried noodles. They're fried over charcoal. Obviously, this one is very good. All the sauces inside. So, frying it over charcoal like that, it gives it what they call like the wok, which is the flavour of the charcoal of the wok going through the food. I was talking to a local and they said with this dish, if it doesn't have the Chinese sausage and it doesn't have the clams in it, it's not the traditional one, and it's got to be fried over charcoal. So I guess that's why there's such a big queue for that one, because they're doing it the traditional way. It's just, this place just goes on for ages. I've got the fruit stall here. And at the back here, this is like a wet market area. I can see fresh meats over that side. So I think this side here, we're just sticking with the food stalls. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for something at this stall because it's got so many different choices and I'll get to try a little bit of a few things. So you get your rice and then you help yourself to whatever you want really. Okay, I'm going to start with a little bit of this. So, it looks like, so there's actually fish at the bottom here as well. Fried up white meaty fish. Okay, here you go. That's delicious. It's like a set custard. It's so smooth. And then that orange layer is like seems like a Thai curry sort of a layer. Spicy, silky smooth, beautiful. Some of the okra. It's got something in it. I'll put my finger on it. Very distinct flavour. Beautiful. So some of the street art is quite traditional, like this sort of street art, very good. And a lot of the street art here in Penang, it uses things that are part of the building or like a shop window or something like that. So it incorporates its surrounding. And this is kind of like the old school street art. And then there's loads of this sort of what they call street art as well. And if you can tell, so these are metal bars that are attached to the wall, and there's loads of them around the city. In fact, there's a whole map of ones you can go and see. So I learned that the reason why there are all these ones and they call it street art is because Georgetown became a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and they continued to do the old school style painting on the walls. UNESCO said, we don't really like that because that's graffiti and that's damaging and defacing these buildings, which are now UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So they're not allowed to do proper street art anymore. So these ones, a lot of them are fading and falling apart, and unfortunately, and that's why they've turned to this sort of style, which is it's attached to the wall, but it's not actually on the wall. And so, which is it's a real shame, I think, because it's, you know, the artwork that's actually on the wall is incredible. Some of them are just insanely beautiful. Okay, so this next place is a Penang institution serving up Penang famous dish, Nasi. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all the sauces, please.
All curry mix.
All the curry mix, please.
Curry mix, nasi kandar.
Nasi Kandar. Oh, yeah, I'll have a little bit of that. Yeah, cabbage.
One omelette.
No omelette, thanks. Just, yeah, the sauce, please.
Hello sir, all your drinks?
No drink.
No drinks.
Showing off now. Beautiful. That looks so good. Beautiful. Sit up. Thank you very much. So Nasi Kandar is a Penang local dish, and what it is basically rice, which is the nasty bit, and then it's all the curry. So what you can do is that what they do obviously is they put the whole mix of curry sauce over the top, and then you can have it with whatever you want on the side. Here, everybody seems to go for the chicken, so I went for the chicken. But then they've got sides, veggies or eggs or pretty much anything you can wish. Fish, fried fish, different kinds of fish, they've got mutton, they've got clam shanks. And then traditionally it comes served with all the curry sauces all piled on top of each other. So it does look a little bit like a mess, but I think eating it is going to be absolutely beautiful. So of course, eating only with the hands here, it's going to get very messy. I'm going to start off with actually a little bit of cabbage. A little bit greasy, but quite nice and light and refreshing. Okay, it's going to go in with the sauce. It's absolutely loaded with sauce. Right. It's so rich. I mean, obviously you can't, a bit of spice in there as well. You can't pick out each individual sauce, and I don't think that's the point. It's just a mishmash of everything. And I'm guessing somebody just kind of came up with the idea of like, yeah, I'll have a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and then it's stuck, and now everybody's doing it, and this is what basically the dish is. But what it means is that you just get an absolute flavour bomb. It's just everything in there. It's so powerful. Beautiful. The right rice just soaks it all up. It's a perfect vessel. And then this chicken, which is sort of chopped and smashed. Fully on the bone, it's fried, it's got a little batter around it. See how juicy it is. I mean, it's just, it's absolutely dripping out. Beautiful. So moist. Another Michelin recommended breakfast. So this place is pretty famous around Penang. It's just outside of Penang, and it is a curry mee stall. And so this is all they do, is just curry mee. Okay, here we go. So, Penang Curry Mee. It's a coconut base. So curry, obviously curry, mee is noodles. This one has got two different varieties of noodles. We've got the rice noodle, and then we've got some slightly thicker, perhaps egg or wheat noodles. It's a coconut based soup. It's got cuttlefish in this one. Squid or cuttlefish I think is traditional. It's got curry puffs, it's got blood sausage. We've also got sambal in there as well. I'm just going to go in for some of the soup first. You can really taste the seafoody kind of squid back notes to that. It's really light, very spicy, coconutty. When I was travelling, most people, will say that Thai cuisine is the spiciest cuisine that they try. But I'm finding Malaysia, I mean, they absolutely know how to turn on the heat. And I've not even mixed the sambal in yet. It's beautiful. Okay, going for some of these noodles. There's cuttlefish here, so some cuttlefish. Bit of cuttlefish, bit of noodles. So tender. Noodles are still got bite to them as well. You can see how she was putting the broth, the hot broth over them, back and forward, off and on to reheat the noodles. But you're not cooking the noodles there, you're just reheating them again. And that just means that they've got so much texture to them. And they get a mix of two noodles. Wow. You get such a contrast of textures. It's a really beautiful dish. Yeah, that sambal's fiery. I know how to do a sambal here. Okay, so next up is Penang Asam Laksa. I always thought the laksa was traditionally a coconut-based kind of curry, noodle curry, and that's what I have known it as. I think that's what most Westerners think of it as. But I'm starting to find it's maybe more of a regional thing, and that there are quite significant differences. A bit like a khao soi, maybe. So I've got the Penang Asam Laksa. I think Asam means tamarind, which I think in the spoon here, I think we've got tamarind. I think that's the Asam bit. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's any coconut in here at all. Big fat noodles. Smells delicious. I think there's some pineapple in here as well. I'm just going to give this a bit of a try. Oh wow. Okay, it's not tamarind. It might have tamarind in it, but it's rich and kind of meaty and sweet, sticky. So I'm just going to mix that in. So this place is a Michelin recommended one again, and it's absolutely chocolate, so I'll just throw them out. So it's going to be good, I'm sure. Or it's going to be the best Penang Laksa that I can find. Bit of the soup, bit of noodles, there's cucumber in here, shallots, there's like lettuce as well. Wow. It's so fresh, fruity. There's pineapple in here. Wow. It's so refreshing. I mean, it's hot, but it's so refreshing. That's beautiful. These noodles are big fat. I'm gonna say ricey. Beautiful. Soft, chewy. A bit of pineapple in it. Wow, it's completely different from what I knew as a laksa.